Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The Thursday, December 14 spoilers for Days of Our Lives show that Holly Jonas flirted with Johnny DeMura after coming inside from fencing practice and that they should get takeout. Holly was disappointed because Johnny had intended to take Channel Dupree to the bistro instead. She texted Tate Black back after originally declining his invitation, saying they could go out to dinner. She was worn out trying to help Channel choose an attire for her date at Paulina Price's house. Even though Paulina had feelings for Johnny, she cautioned Channel against being overly attached too soon. Channel revealed that Johnny planned a surprise for their upcoming second anniversary. As the conversation shifted to Christmas and Lanny Grant's return, Paulina provided some depressing information. Backlogged paperwork had caused Lanny's release from prison to be delayed, so Paulina predicted that nothing would get done in time for Christmas. After letting out all of her grief and rage, Paulina eventually insisted that she was all right, but her emotional breakdown appeared to be about more than simply Lanny's release. Chanel was worried about leaving her mother by herself, but Paulina assured her that Chanel would pass out from exhaustion. Paulina appeared to be breathing heavily and achy at times, but she concealed her symptoms from Chanel during Thursday's episode of Days. Nicole Walker DeMura and E.J. DeMura enjoyed a surprisingly good night at the bistro. E.J. DeMura was happy to see Nicole smile again. When they got home, Nicole was overjoyed to see that E.J. had had the crew put up a Christmas tree while they were away. Nicole and E.J. were the last people Johnny and Holly saw before heading out on their respective date evenings. Not long after Holly declined Tate's invitation to take her somewhere exotic using Brady Black's gold card, those date nights quickly came together. Tate realized why Holly only wanted to eat supper at the bistro when they entered and spotted Johnny seated next to Channel. Channel's concerns regarding Holly's rekindled crush for Johnny were confirmed when she spotted Tate and Holly together. Once more, Johnny played down the notion and advised Channel to concentrate solely on their personal evening. When the subject of Lanny's postponed release from prison came up, Johnny volunteered to speak with E.J. and see if his father could make some moves. Chanel was skeptical that E.J. could resolve this, but she consented to give it a shot. Since his previous mother-in-law might someday become his future mother-in-law, Johnny wanted to do everything in his power for Paulina. Tate then informed Holly on Thursday's DOL show that he wasn't naive and that he was aware of her manipulation. Tate insisted he was done, even though Holly reminded him that he had promised to assist her in severing Channel and Johnny. Tate warned that Holly's wild vision of being with Johnny would never come true after snapping at her. Tate contended that Johnny would only ever regard Holly as his younger stepsister. Moreover, Tate, who was furious, said that Johnny was too old, 2 to 10 in the pen old. Holly looked as though she was finally beginning to grasp Tate's point as he rushed off. On Thursday's episode of Days, when Xander Cook showed up at the hospital to drop off the baby with Sarah Horton, he disclosed that Victoria Cook had slept through the entire night. When Xander admitted that he had taught Victoria a Scottish lullaby, Sarah found it endearing. Sarah briefly touched Xander's hand while pushing Victoria's pram, but she quickly acted alarmed and made up an excuse to flee. John Black appeared at Marlena Evans's office and advised her not to put in too much effort, but she found it difficult because so many people needed assistance at this time of year. Just as Sarah walked in, John gave her a framed picture of Jude Brady, and they hugged and chatted about how happy their grandchildren were. John excused himself to get coffee as Sarah asked Marlena for advice. Sarah said that her cordial co-parenting with Xander was going well, and she thought perhaps she should stick with the current arrangement. Sarah said she wasn't sure she could just be friends with Xander when Marlena asked if that was what she wanted. Marlena was happy to hear that Sarah was considering her options carefully because she knew that with Victoria involved, the stakes were higher. Approaching John in the waiting area, Xander admitted that his relationship with Marlena was the stuff of romantic legend and asked if John could give him some advice. Even though John considered Xander to be an ass and a screw-up, he nevertheless offered him some guidance about permanently turning over a new leaf for the benefit of Victoria and Sarah. Xander asked if he might take Sarah and the baby for a walk home after she got back. After Sarah expressed how much she would want it, Xander and Victoria ended up seeing Santa together. Following that, Xander and Sarah made jokes about Victoria's tears in the picture. Additionally, Xander and Sarah agreed to purchase a dollhouse together as a gift for Victoria's room after seeing one that they both liked. On Thursday's episode of Days, EJ opened a parcel from the funeral home at the Demira estate. Nicole became even more distressed upon learning that the box was purportedly filled with the baby's ashes. Nicole, though, quickly became calmer as she assisted EJ in scattering the ashes outside and uttered a prayer for healing. Nicole decided to hang the baby ornament they had bought every year in remembrance of their son after EJ showed it to her. According to previews for Days of Our Lives, Nicole will continue her emotional roller coaster, so tune in for all the amazing announcements that are still to come. According to spoilers on Friday, December 15, of Days of Our Lives, Eric Brady and Sloane Peterson Brady will experience some fatigue after Jude Brady keeps them up for the most of the evening. Sloane's idea to quiet Jude down by taking him outside in his stroller would swiftly backfire. After Leo Stark calls regarding Dimitri von Leuschner's transfer to a Supermax jail, Sloane will become sidetracked by his threats and move away from the infant. Nicole Walker Brady will go for a walk on her own in the interim, which will enable her to discover Jude in need when no one else is present. Nicole will likely comfort Jude, who will be crying uncontrollably, and then take a snap decision. According to Days teasers, Nicole will take Jude and flee, so when Sloane finds out the baby is missing, she will panic. Stephanie Johnson will have her own freakout when she wakes up in bed with Harris Michaels on Friday's DOO episode. According to teasers for Days, Stephanie won't even recall how she got there and will struggle to piece together her night while suffering from a severe hangover. Stephanie will eventually open up to Trip Johnson, but she might decide not to bring up their disastrous bedroom encounter, especially because Harris has feelings for Trip's mother, Ava Vitali. Days teasers, however, indicate that Stephanie will likely discuss a wide range of other topics, including her split from Chad Demira and the entire drama surrounding Everett Lynch. In order to fire Everett, Trip will be informed of Chad's purchase of Gwen von Leuschner's share of The Spectator. Stephanie might eventually learn that Chad rehired Everett, but she might have her reservations about their ability to maintain harmony. Stay tuned for further surprises regarding Stephanie's love future, according to spoilers for Days of Our Lives. Thanks for watching if you like this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.